We're trying out this thing again, this little series that I'm starting where you give me songs and then I go through line by line and I tell you what it means. My credentials include a degree in psychology, a master's in progress in psychology, and a minor in English. I've actually thought about titling these videos Psychologist Analyzes Music, but I don't want to take myself that seriously, that sounds too real, that sounds too serious, and what am I doing? I just talk. Today we are going to be looking at March to the Sea by 21 Pilots, and I know that I said in the other video that I want to do other songs that are not 21 Pilots, but somebody suggested this, and I was like, I'll bite, I'll nibble, okay? I'll bite. Because March to the Sea happens to be my mom's favorite 21 Pilots song. She also likes Guns for Hands. She has incredible taste, what can I say? So, in honor of Groovy Mom, Ghost Mom, I'm not sure what we're going to call her, in honor of my mama, we are going to do March to the Sea today. It's going to be really hard for me to read these lyrics without doing it in Tyler's weird accent he used to do when he was young. There's miles of land in front of us. Bro was singing in cursive a little bit. It's fine. Dude, I can't say much because people have said that my voice is similar to Tyler's, so I can't judge the man. There's miles of land in front of us, and we're dying with every step we take. We're dying with every breath we make, and I'll fall in line. Okay, so obviously Tyler is setting up some sort of story from the get-go, as he normally does. There's miles of land in front of us, and we're dying with every step we take. So this obviously is in reference to life. There's a lot of land in front of us. There's a lot of pathways somebody could take. There's a lot of years left to somebody's life. There's all of this life ahead of us. But we're dying with each step we take. Now there's a couple different ways that we can interpret this, that we're dying with every step we take, we're dying with every breath we make. This can be literal, each day that we spend on Earth is a day closer to our demise, unfortunately. But he could also be meaning that, every day could get worse, every day is getting worse, but I think it's probably this inevitable fate we're all dealt. He's saying that he'll fall in line, he'll play along with it, he'll go on with life as everybody else does. A stranger's back is all I see, he's only a few feet in front of me, and I'll look left and right sometimes, but I'll fall in line. So yes, he's in line, he's following life as everybody else does. He's in this line, he is just on autopilot, just walking, trying to get through day by day. And he says, I'll look left and right sometimes. So he's getting curious, kind of straying away from this kind of automatic way to go through life, but ultimately he goes back on what he's used to, the path, the line that everyone else is going on. No one looks up anymore because you might get a raindrop in your eye, and heaven forbid they see you cry as we fall in line. So before, Tyler says that he looks left and right sometimes, it's not always straight ahead, it's not always automatic. Sometimes in life he strays, he looks around, he looks for other things other than just trying to get through the day. So previously Tyler mentioned that he looks left and right sometimes, kind of breaking that norm, kind of breaking the line. And then this, he says, no one looks up anymore because you might get a raindrop in your eye, and heaven forbid they see you cry. So nobody is leaving this path, nobody's trying to break through the norm. Everyone is just so focused on going day to day, just trying to make it to the next day. Of course, with 21 Pilots, there's so much of what they do that is meshed with mental health, but I think just life in general for all of us, it's so easy for us to get on a schedule, to get on an autopilot thing where it's just I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I go to sleep, and it's just on repeat, and we kind of get stuck in that cycle, in that line of just living in sequence, and there's no change from that. And nobody looks up because you might get a raindrop in your eye. Nobody tries to break that cycle because you are confronted with feelings, you are confronted with vulnerability, and as a society, you can't feel things, alright? You're just supposed to suck it up and deal with it, because heaven forbid they see you cry. So this is a moment of not wanting to feel vulnerable. I'm just gonna keep my head down, and I'm just gonna get through the day, and I'm not gonna let anybody know that I'm suffering, and I'm not happy with where I'm at. We fall in line as we go through life. I am just gonna deal with it, and I'm not gonna be vulnerable, and I'm not gonna stray from the path, and I'm just gonna keep walking. And about this time of every year, the line will go to the ocean pier and walk right off into the sea, and then we fall asleep. So ultimately, life is just this line. We keep marching through, we keep getting through day by day, and ultimately we fall asleep. That's it. Which is a very, like, bleak outlook to have, but I think this is what this song wanted. He's setting up this kind of grave outlook of what life is. It's just automatic. It's just a straight line, and nobody questions how they feel. Nobody questions why that they just follow this path. And then life is just basically one straight line to death when we fall asleep. Because the second half of this song starts to kind of question that and to try to change that and gives an alternative. So I think that's why the first half of this song is so bleak. As we near the end of land, our ocean graves are just beyond the sand. I ask myself the question why I fall in line. So yeah, it's just this, why do I accept that this is how life is? Why am I accepting that I can't do better for myself or get myself into a better situation or just live differently or do something significant with the time that I have? And then out of the corner of my eye, I see a spaceship in the sky and hear a voice inside my head, follow me instead, follow me instead. Follow me. So I feel like a lot of people forget that Tyler Joseph, Josh Dun, they are Christians, and 21 Pilots is a Christian rock band. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but technically it's true because so much of their music is religious coded. They discuss religion and belief and faith and God so many times, and I feel like they always kind of disguise it in this way. It's never straight up. With 21 Pilots, they will never just, come straight forward with anything. It's always kind of said in a different way, but it's very much there. And that's what this is. The spaceship in the sky, follow me instead. He's finding religion. He's finding God. He's finding something else to give his life meaning other than just falling in this line. Then the wages of war will start inside my head with my counterparts. The emotionless marchers will chant the phrase, "This line's the only way." It's funny that he mentions wages of war with his counterparts. I feel like that's blurry face adjacent, you know what I mean? This counterpart, this other half of himself that wants to think more bleak. And the emotionless marchers will chant the phrase, "This line's the only way." So it's this idea of the people around you, or maybe just how you envision or perceive life. You almost kind of feel like this is the only way. Like, I can't do better for myself. I can't be anything. This is the only way it can be. It's just you live and then you die. There's nothing in the middle. But because he found religion, because he found God, he's finding other ways to add significance to his life. And then I start down the sand. My eyes are focused on the end of land. But then again, the voice inside my head says, "Follow me instead." And then that repeats a whole bunch of times. So he's living again, he's thinking about his life, he's thinking about the end of his life, and then there's that feeling in the back of his head again. It's that, if you want to call it this, God talking to him and being like, follow me instead. I can give your life meaning, I can make it significant, I can give you purpose, rather than life just being a endless march from the start to the end. Take me up, seal the door, I don't want to march here anymore. I realize that this line is dead, so I'll follow you instead. So then you put me back in my place, so I might start another day. And once again, I will be in a march to the sea. So this is Tyler ultimately coming to terms with, yes, I will follow God, I will follow religion, I will follow this idea that there is something more significant to life than just survival. And so then he will be put back into his place. He will start life again. He will start this line with this newfound purpose. So I might start another day, and once again, I will be in a march to the sea. Lyric is talking about how, I'm still living, I still have to deal with this system, I still have to get through day to day, but there's this thing that I have now that other people don't. There's this feeling of there's something bigger than me, there's something that I can follow that can change this march to the sea. So ultimately, March to the Sea is a religious song. He doesn't come out and say God, he refers to him as a spaceship, but ultimately it is kind of referring to this idea of something higher. If you're saying spaceship, aliens, another life that exists from our planet, something above us, something that we can't comprehend. Tyler's saying that most of us have a bleak outlook on life, that the march to the sea is just life. We are born, We walk to the end of life and then we die, and that's it. And we don't want to question things, and we don't want to feel things, and we just kind of accept that that's how it is. But in this song, he is finding something bigger than that, and he is finding purpose, and he's saying, yeah, I am stuck in life and I have to march to the sea, but I have something bigger. I'm following something bigger. As bleak as that sounds in the beginning, there is a hint of hope, as always, in 21 Pilots. And that is just how I interpret March to the Sea. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe to join the groovy graveyard, and I will see you in the next one.